There's nothing like being in space to do an experiment about space.
Control science so I can hear it.
To be able to actually do this ourselves is an amazing accomplishment.
Every day you launch your boss to space.
Right? This rocket is looking good and ready for launch this morning.
Start. 2, 1.
We had our first spaceflight experiment in 1999.
9 minutes away now from the launch of Columbia.
On STS-93, it was a Shuttle Columbia experiment.
Columbia, Houston, we are critical to AC2 on
The results we got from that experiment led to more questions, so we wrote some more proposals. And those proposals got funded, and that led to more questions. We have gotten so many grants over the years. Very, very good at getting those grants. But this one was special. Because this one said that we could do something that no other researcher has had the opportunity to do, and that is fly with their own experiment.
The notion that just some scientist off the street can get to go to space is actually pretty incredible just by itself. Yeah, let me find it for you. Such a simple set of words has such a profound impact, you cannot imagine what it was like. Blood drained straight out of my head, and I just said, holy cow, are you kidding me? Yeah, I'd forgotten we had these. That's water that was in space, too. Can you imagine that? We kept that all this time. For me, this mission, in terms of the future of academic research, means that scientists get to go to space themselves. And that's a big leap for those of us that are interested in anything away from the surface of the Earth.
Room to look at the plates that she planted, which all look really good. Yeah, but those look really nice. So everything is kept in the Apopka growth chamber. First thing we do when we walk in, you do this with your feet to get the dirt off. The reason why we're doing this experiment was we're asking the question, how do plants respond to the transition to space? We know how plants respond while they're in space. We've done a lot of experiments, many others have too, about how plants adjust to the orbital environment. But what we don't know is how they respond to this transition. What will tell us this are these plants right here. And we grow them on these Petri plates that are, they have a nutrient auger material on the surface. It contains all the water and all the nutrients in a very controlled micro habitat. It's like a little tiny greenhouse. But the morning before launch, what we have to do then is we have to very carefully cut these coupons out, very carefully mate the two backs of the coupons, put them into the KFTs, and then the KFT becomes their micro greenhouse. And we're going to be able to capture the various stages of that journey by fixing them in these KFTs with a material that essentially freezes their genetic mechanisms. And that's how we see what tools they're pulling out of their molecular toolboxes to find out what they need to adjust to the spaceflight environment. And that's really the focus of the experiment. How do they do it?
Astronauts Blue Control, we are 30 seconds to re-entry.
At 30 seconds. Alarm, I'm definitely activating aisle green KFT. Activating window KFT. Making verbal notes on. Everything seems to have been covered just fine. Push the top. We're ready for the long ride down.
Final debrief. For green, you did not call out green activated.
Did I miss those?
Because I know red, of course, red's usually the first one.
Yellow I got.
Yellow.
I could have missed green and blue.
Both of those things have clear other indicators, right? The buzzer for 30 seconds and stuff.
Yeah, but still I can't miss that.
Yeah.
That's
so
how Jordan will know.
That's right. And it shows, even though you don't call it out, I think they actually do call it out.
In science, we are often used to failure of an experiment. And doing an experiment multiple times is incredibly common. But there's not that opportunity here.
Astronauts Blue Control, we are now escape enabled.
We get one shot. It has to go right the first time.
Anything over 3.4 ounces cannot come through the security checkpoint today.
Right there, yes. Perfect. All right, guys. Great. Thank you. That's all I wanted.
Has it really sunk in yet that, yeah, we're here. We're doing this. We're doing this now. Is a real man oh man moment. What we have to do is we have to get all of the KFT tubes organized so that they're ready to receive the plants. The plants don't go in until the very last minute, which is first thing in the dark, stupid morning, the day of the flight. But before that, we have to have all our ducks in a row.
Is actually coming here.
Okay, so tower crews, so.
Yep, we'll start EBR check, call, hey engineering, and then these will be our final closeouts. Our tower crew will come straight here. The tower vehicle will be here.
Okay.
With the two towers. And then they will help do closeouts, take pictures, weights, and then the KFT bag, Annalisa, will just go straight into their vehicle.
Okay.
That way there's not any.
In some weird sort of back of the brain, at least for me, I sort of felt like, yeah, we got this. You know, how hard can this be? Until we get here for this.
And also light access to this. That's why that's closed.
It does feel different.
So
Hey there.
Yay! I love it! Oh my gosh.
Yeah, what's it like?
That is one goofy ass crew.
That's great.
That means you have to talk louder on the video.
Called all the way up to standby MECO, standby separation. Separation is confirmed. You can now perform your zero G plan. Astronaut Ferl, Blue Control, activate yellow, activate yellow. I have to update it for, will you remind me what your astronaut name is? Science. Just science. Not astronaut, just science. Yep.
Dr. Science.
Oh, that would be better, Rob.
Sounds like a 60s movie.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Be green ooze coming out.
Oh, yeah.
It's one thing to persevere over the long haul by yourself. It's a whole nother thing to share that with somebody that has a similar attitude and can appreciate the things that you're going through.
Individually, do all the checks like Sarah rehearsed with you today, hopefully. At that point, Capcom is just like, we're keeping you updated. Then the next call will be essentially that we're getting close to escape enabled. T-minus 16 would be the earliest. Could be much closer to T-minus 10.
You wanna run? Let's run. Let's just go to the engine test. Sorry, dropped everything.
Pretty amazing.
You're going to space in 2 days.
I remember clearly as a kid in the Apollo era seeing in books that there were drawings of people sitting in capsules going places. It wasn't because the machines were in there that I was inspired to become a scientist. It's because people were in there.
Humans are explorers. This is what we all have in common. So this is just another step in that exploration.
Taking some gator pictures for us.
So this is from March 2022. And this is actually where we're figuring out how to make those little coupons that we're using now to use inside the KFTs and stuff. I just came across this in my notebook as we fell in here. Long path.
Okay.
Squigglies, yes. Yeah, just push the leaves back over to the side there. Yeah. This is the tricky part. The worst thing you can do is touch them, because it'll could throw off all your data. Didn't stick. There we go. Okay. Okay. Don't stick. Ah. Can she save it? Yes. What do you think? Is that okay, or should we do another one?
Yeah, I think it's.
All right. You hear that, little guys? Jordan says you are okay.
But for sure, if something's wrong, we'll blame Rob. Is that Rob?
It is.
Where is your phone? Hey there. Are you?
Ah, that'd be perfect. We're just loading in the KFDs. Are you gonna come in?
Right now.
Right now. Okay. We'll go out front. Okay.
You're looking out here.
Right. We're coming outside.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Oh, that's great, yay!
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. All right. Okay. Go. All right. You guys are ground. You guys are flight. 6, 7, 8. Ready, Jordan? Okay. We're in. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. I'll get the report.
Thank you.
All right. All right, we're good to go.
This is the serious one here.
Okay.
Serious one. Serious one. Boom. See, that's done.
I was making a silly face.
Life is good. Even though we always sort of had it on the horizon,
Yeah.
to actually be here is more emotional than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. In 6 years, right?
7.
7. This
Or-
started
Yep.
7 years ago.
Yeah.
Today. Reese is here.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to New Shepard's 8th human flight. 6 astronauts in the rocket. And why don't we dive a little deeper into one of them, which is Dr. Rob Ferl, who has a unique job to perform on board today. He's going to be flying with his research in the capsule, becoming the first NASA-funded research to conduct an experiment as part of a commercial suborbital crew.
There you go, Iman.
I got you, buddy.
Activate red. KFTs are activated. Okay, we did one.
We did one. It's not every day you launch your boss to space.
Right?
Go for terminal count and launch. Booster. Go. Capsule.
Go.
Ground.
Go.
Safety. Go.
Go.
Engineering. Go. And flight is go. With that, New Shepard is go for launch. Booster, commence terminal count.
Get real, folks.
See, the gantry has retracted. These astronauts are going to space. With that, I'm going to turn it over to our mission control team.
Minus 10. 8, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Start. 2.
And launch.
Hearing how excited they are in the castle, this is amazing!
Wow, look at that.
Are you kidding me? I get to do this? How did this ever happen to Joe's kid from Conneaut, Ohio?
All right, main engine cutoff and separation have been confirmed. The crew capsule is obviously also coming back down to land here. There she is.
And crew capsule touchdown. Welcome home to the newest 6 astronauts.
Echo Romeo, copy. Everything is amazing. Over.
Then on a cool August morning, I joined 5 other crew members atop the Blue Origin New Shepard rocket in the Chihuahuan Desert of West Texas. This moment captures 6 trips to the Arctic, 2 trips to Antarctica, the awe of seeing those green shoots growing in lunar soil. But it only happened because of the sharing of our human powers.
And here's the real mind blower. Our first of its kind experiment was successful. And the data we gathered are invaluable. We did it as a team. It could only be done as a team.
Being able to share this with everybody, the crew, the family, with you guys, are you kidding me? It's not the same if you do it by yourself, not even close.